And welcome back in our Health Watch this morning, finding the right cereal for your kids. One without a lot of salt and sugar, but with lots of nutrition. Consumer Reports looked at 27 kid-friendly cereals, and you might be surprised by which ones scored some really high marks. Gayle Williams is Deputy Health Editor at Consumer Reports, and she worked on the study, and Gayle is with us this morning. Gayle, good to have you with us.
Thank you. Good
so
to be
how
here.
did you decide which cereals?
We looked at a number of kids' kids' cartoons and kids' television shows to see which cereals were marketed to kids, and we found the commercials that were for kids that had kid cereals in them, and those are the ones we chose.
We've graded a bunch of them here. What was the criteria, though? What went into the study?
Well, we looked at how much sugar was in the cereal. We also looked at the sodium and fiber content, and we did a composite of those things to determine which ones were the best rated.
Okay, so we've got rated good, we've got rated fair. There's no bad ones because none of these cereals are obviously bad for you, or they're not going to kill you, I should say.
Exactly.
Some aren't great for you, but they're not going to kill you. So let's go over some of the ones that rated very well in your list.
Okay. Our top rater was Cheerios. That had very little sugar. It also was good in sodium, and it did well in fiber as well. It's a good source of a lot of things that has iron and calcium in it as well, and it's good cereal for you.
That's what I had for breakfast this morning. I feel great right now.
That's
but it's not too sexy for kids, though. So we'll move down the sexy list here. How about Kix?
Kix is also...
It's like a little more fun.
That's a little bit more fun for kids, and it also did well in terms of sodium and sugar and fiber, so that rated well.
And surprisingly, Frosted Mini Wheats, Lucky Charms both did well as well. I mean, I grew up on Lucky Charms. Never would I have thought that it was the cereal of choice, so to speak. What is it about these? Why did they rate well?
These two were rated good. These two were rated very good. The thing about these is that they have a little bit more sugar, not as great a source of fiber, although Frosted Mini Wheats has more fiber than any of the other cereals that we tested.
Really?
So there's some benefits to these two.
So the frosting's not that bad for you, huh?
Not too bad.
And Lucky Charms with the marshmallows, you would have thought that would have maybe downgraded them a bit, but not so?
That it's also up on the sugar, but it also has some fiber and has some other nutrients in it, which make it a good choice.
Rice Krispies didn't grade as well as many people at home are probably thinking. Why is that?
You might think Rice Krispies is a pretty good cereal. After all it is puffed rice, but basically it has no fiber in it. It didn't have a lot of sugar, but it also has a lot of sodium in it. So if you're watching your sodium, this is not a good choice.
Give me some of the cereals that obviously we don't have here that didn't rate very well, that are popular.
Some of the ones that didn't rate well were Corn Pops, Honey Smacks, and Golden Crisp. Those were high in sugar, and basically you can make better choices than those.
But some of the others, I guess, that did do well, surprisingly, Cocoa Pebbles, Cookie Crisps. So, I mean, that's kind of shocking when you think about it. The chocolate factor and then also the cookie factor.
But when you look at the lower sodium and the more fiber in it, that's what made those pretty good choices.
All right, Gayle, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time this morning.
You.
For more on the best and worst cereals to serve your kids, go to our partner in health coverage, WebMD.com, and search for Healthy Breakfast. Gayle, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.